Hey guys, I'm Lynn.
I'm Mike.
We wanted to take a minute and just kind of talk about what we have coming up. We are 30 days away from hitting the road with our RV and traveling the country. 30 days. Holy cow. Um, it has been a journey just to get to this point. Mike and I both grew up with a love of camping, and it was a dream that we talked about and honestly never really thought that it would get to this point, but it just has taken roots and grown, and we are getting ready.
A lot of people wait till retirement to take these types of trips and adventures and journeys, and but we have this unique opportunity, this small window, about a year, to travel the lower 48, hit some major um, tourist attractions, national parks, and stuff like that. So, um, but it really is, where does this love for adventure, travel, um, come from? So,
So I grew up with grandparents that had an RV, and every summer they would take me to Grand Marais, Minnesota, and the world just stopped for me. Like, I loved it so much. They let us ride bikes and swim, and there was happy hour every afternoon and 4th of July parades, and walking into town in the evenings to go to the Dairy Queen and going out to the lighthouse. I mean, it was just a magical time as a kid growing up. I just love it. It was just a great bond between my grandparents and I. And I have just really loved the RV life since then. And as an adult, I had just never really gotten to a point in my life where I could afford one, or I had a partner that shared that love of camping and being outside and going RVing until I met Mike.
as a kid, I really enjoyed camping. I love being outside, probably more so because my parents and grandparents always made us stay outside. I grew up in that generation. I loved it so much I decided to join the Marine Corps, because what better way to really go camping? And I quickly learned that the Marine Corps dampened my love and spirit for camping, because camping the Marine Corps way is not the same as camping my way. So now I'm going to do it my way, when I want to, how I want to, and on my terms, as long as she approves. So, when we got married, we started camping,
And it's very much glamping. Let's just be clear about that.
yes, wasn't always that way. I mean,
No.
we started with our tent and our sleeping bags and our air mattress pads, um, and then one Fourth of July weekend, it torrential downpour, and that was it. So we traded our tent in for a 30-foot travel trailer that we owned for about 3 years, and we really enjoyed it. Um, get the camper paid off, truck is paid off, life is good. This window of opportunity comes up.
So we are very blessed. We have 5 children. They are amazing children, and 4 of them have now reached adulthood. We have one that is 22. He just graduated from college. We have 2 that are 20,
Mhm.
and we have one that is 18, and she'll actually do her graduation walk tomorrow. We're very proud of her and very excited for her to start the next chapter of her life. And then we have a 4-year old, Miss Carson, who is going to be taking this journey with us. The older kids are independent and they're not going to be joining us for everyday travel. Um, but with that said, Taylor's graduating tomorrow, and then Carson won't start kindergarten until August of 2021.
Yep.
So we had this small window of opportunity where um, Mike is now retired from the Marine Corps, and I am very blessed that I have been with the same company for 10 years, and I have worked remotely for the last 5 years. So as long as I have a Wi-Fi connection, I can be anywhere in the country, really anywhere in the world, and be able to do my job. So we have decided to take the leap and make this dream of ours come true.
And a lot of our friends and family, I don't think we have fans yet. Hopefully, you're the first to join us on this journey. Um, think we're crazy. Think, why would you, just put all your stuff in storage, leave the security of your home, the comfort of your home to go travel around. Well, it really goes back to that love of adventure, spirit, travel. Let's just explore this world around us. We're going to take advantage of this window and we're going to go do it. Like I was saying, we paid off our other camper. We upgraded because of Lynn's requirement to work and to stay connected. So there's a lot of upgrades that we've done to this camper. It's scary, to be honest. It's exciting. It's nerve wracking. A lot of our friends have said they want to live vicariously through this experience with us because they always wanted to do it. Some do say that they want to wait till retirement, but we're just going to jump in and do it.
It has been 9 months of prep. So
Yes.
we researched what type of rig we might want to upgrade to. Mike had always read that hauling a fifth wheel was easier and a little bit safer than towing a travel trailer. And we knew when we got out west we would be dealing with the Rocky Mountains, so we knew we needed to upgrade our tow vehicle as well. So Mike started with finding a truck.
So it went from a 1500 Dodge Ram to a 3500 GMC Sierra Denali.
And he researched, how much tow capacity we would have, and he knows all those numbers. We won't go into all the statistics and stuff
I'm not
on
going to
that.
go into the numbers.
That's mind-boggling. But I knew that my requirement for work was I needed a space where I could close the door and have a dedicated workspace for conference calls, and where our toddler wouldn't just come in and be disturbing me all day long. I needed to be able to focus. So I started researching rigs that had a desk, or like a built-in office space. And so we've settled on the Jayco 377 RLBH. It was a used model, it's just 2018. But we really feel like that is going to serve our purpose. Again, we're just traveling with the one kid, so we liked the loft space. She thinks that's amazing. But it really does offer us enough space and nice amenities where we think we'll be comfortable for a year. We're going from 3,000 square feet down to 400 square feet. So I'm trying to figure out what makes the trip and what's going to make us comfortable. It's been a learning curve. You really decide what you can live with and what you can't live without.
Yeah, you go from, we're just going to go camping for the weekend. So, load up the truck, take everything over the camper, take the camper to the local park, maybe 1, 2, 3 hours away to go down to the beach or something. But, to walk out of your front door in the comfort and security of your home into that 400 square feet of, hey, this is it. Let's go camping for a year. So
it's been an emotional roller coaster, especially for me. I go from days where I'm just so excited, I can't wait to get on the road, to just sobbing in tears, like, what have we done? And this is not going to work.
By the way, we should tell everybody what the name of our rig is and maybe why we came up with that term.
Go for it.
So my wife loves pirates. She's a pirate fan. This I did not know before we got married. I've since learned this. And so we
really
thought,
just like rum, let's just be honest.
again, everybody has their reasons. So we thought that it would be fitting to come up with some type of pirate theme, and we love Pirates of the Caribbean. So, the GMC is black, so we thought, why not call it the Black Pearl? So what would be somewhat in the same realm of the Black Pearl, that we could call the camper? So we came up with Tortuga. So the Black Pearl, in a way, is pulling Tortuga, but that's where we go to find our happy place.
It's definitely our happy place. So we bought the rig used, and the previous owners had already put a washer dryer combo in it. This rig has 5 televisions on it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's more televisions than we have in our house. It's insane. We took the couch out of the mid bunk and we put a toddler bed in there for Carson. The whole purpose for this weekend was just to organize. When you're just going out for a weekend, you can cram stuff in. You don't really care if it stays neat and tidy. But for me, visual clutter causes a lot of anxiety. So we needed to be at least be able to start knowing that everything had a place and it has a little nook and cranny for it to get tucked into. For me, today is going to be about setting up my office and seeing how I can make that work. I have, dual monitors, laptop, printer, keyboard, the whole shebang. So just trying to figure out, can we make that same configuration work on the camper? How do we do that? I spent all day yesterday working on Carson's portion of the bunkhouse and the kitchen and our bedroom, and just trying to organize the linen closet. We've one of the things that I'm hoping will work is we got rid of a lot of our big fluffy towels and have gone to Turkish towels. Just any of those little modifications that we can make that will save space and save weight.
So at this point, it's paring down and then paring down again, and a third time and a fourth time, and really getting down to what do we truly need, and versus the wants.
So we took it to the Catskills yesterday to weigh it when the rig was fairly empty. Like, we had just gotten it back from the shop, getting the solar panels put on it. We took the truck and the rig over to the Catskills, got it weighed, and we have about 1,000 pounds that we can put back on the camper. The 1,000 pounds is going to go really quick, so we're just trying to be really conscious about what we're putting back on there and make sure that we're going to use it. People ask all the time, like, are we just going to hit the road and just go, or have we planned our trip? When we started this journey, we weren't sure what our start date was going to be. We knew we have a rental property. I had to make sure that got rented out. And then our current house, we needed to make sure that we could find tenants that would live in this one for a year as well. That was kind of our unknown. Our first reservation is August 14th. We have to be out of our house July 15th. So now we have this month where we're a little bit in limbo.
To use nautical terms, we're going underway as of July 15th. And we are just going to be floating around.
We're pulling up anchor on July 15th.
Yes, we're going to be floating around until our first port in
Michigan.
Which is what, August
14th.
14th, okay.
Yes. I'm super excited about hitting Michigan. I have used RV Trip Wizard a lot to try to plan our routes. We had decided that we don't want to drive more than 200 miles per day. Again, because we have that's kind of a rough estimate, but trying to say that, really make the max, because that's about 5 hours with the way this one drives.
My back hurts my back.
And a 4-year-old, who just really, you can't expect her to be trapped in a car every day for 8 to 10 hours a day. It's just unrealistic. And I love RV Trip Wizard because you can do the radiuses, and it tells you where to look within that radius. So we have basically from August 14th to February 28th of 2021 booked. I mean, it is campground reservation made, route planned, you name it. I'm like gotten a little crazy about it. We have a notebook. It's like put it on Smartsheet. I mean, we're ready to go. God willing, nothing like breaks down on the rig or the truck and like delays our travel plans. Because then that'll be a lot of reworking.
And everybody has their philosophy and method to their madness and how they trip plan, and everybody wants the dates to the T, and some people are just kind of fly by the seat of their pants.
Yeah.
For this one, it gave her a sense of I guess calmness to have all those dates laid out. Now I will say that since she has laid these dates out for the first 6 months, the second half, I think we'll find that, because we haven't have anything planned, we'll probably go a little bit more as the wind blows. It won't be so rigid.
Right. I mean, when I started planning the trip, this was like back in December, January
2020.
And obviously I didn't have a crystal ball, but given the current state of COVID and everything that's going on, I'm really grateful that I do have all the reservations, because now I see people like posting that they can't find reservations anywhere. And some of the places, we're trying to stay on some military bases and all that, really do have limited number of spots. And if I would have waited till a week before we got to like Key West, for example, the place where we're staying in Key West only has 4 RV spots. I called the day that the reservations open and I got one of them. You know, if I was trying to do that now, there's no way I would be
There's no
able to
way.
get reservations. So,
And for the number of days that we were
right, we're staying for
trying to
2 weeks in Key West. So I'm super excited about that. I know. Um, we're gonna have Carson at Disney World on her birthday in February. So, and it's just that to me has been the really fun part of planning the trip is, you know, where do we want to go? What do we want to see? Um, one of the other highlight spots on our trip for me is going to be Grand Marais, Minnesota. Same campground that I camped with my grandparents.
where it all started for you.
Cannot wait to go back there. Cannot wait to show Mike and Carson all the things that made me fall in love with camping. And an added bonus is my sister and her family.
Yeah, that's right.
They also have an RV and they're going to be joining us in Minnesota. And man, that's just going to be probably very emotional for me to be back because I have not been back since my grandparents passed away. Um, and I just owe so much of my lifestyle, and my love of camping to them. And I just really cannot wait to be back there, especially with my sister. But anyway, we're going to wrap this video up and get back to work on our camper. But we are so excited to share this journey with you. Please pray for us. Please pray that we have safe travels. Please pray for our children that we are leaving behind. They will have each other and they'll have some grandparents and, you know, friends around them. It's hard for this mama to leave her babies behind, but they're excited for us and we're excited to have the opportunity to go.
Yeah.
So,
All right. We'll see you at the camper.
all right. Bye, guys.